Oh, that was hipfire. That was hipfire in the air.
Got me. Why you ended me though? Yo, there's a kid toxic here. Watch out. Yeah. One more. It's coming up right here. Yo, you shitting on the L team. Playboy's not even here, bro. That's a shame.
Back to you. Throw it. Serving and stuff. Crack one. He's one. No. Yes! Ah! We're gonna get hit by that. Last kid's beamed. Alright, what is going on, guys? We're back with another video. Today's video is pretty much just an updated settings video. And seeing that my very first settings video actually got around 30,000 views, thank you guys for that, by the way, I decided to update my settings video and pretty much be more thorough about my settings as well, because I ended up missing a very crucial part of the settings, and that is my per optic settings, which you guys have been going crazy about in my comment section ever since I missed out on showing what my settings were for that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. Alright, starting off, we're on the gameplay tab. We have compact, button hints off, crosshair damage feedback is X with shield icon, damage numbers on stacking, ping opacity, I have it on default, obituaries, aka the kill feed, I have that on, mini-map rotation, have that on. A lot of people actually have weapon auto-cycle on empty off, which is surprising to me because it really saves my ass when I'm out of ammo in tight situations. Auto sprint's another one that I actually see a lot of people debate about whether having on or off. I personally have it on off. I just find it way more comfortable like that, and having more control over my movement of the character is just way better to me. Double tap sprint, have that off. Incoming damage feedback on 3D. Taking damage closes death box menu, I have that off because it's so annoying when you're trying to loot really quick, and just one bullet from any gun, even a P20, could just close your death box instantly. Usage sharing, I really don't have any idea what it does. Usage sharing does pretty much nothing, so I just have that enabled. Colorblind mode, now this is the one that I was preaching about in my very first video. For those of you who are new to this channel, I'll show you guys what that does real quick. As you can see, my dot is now yellow instead of the default red. I personally find this option really helpful, especially if I'm not feeling the red dot or something. You can just switch back and it really does nothing else to affect your gameplay other than like some colors get changed a little bit. That's about it. Nothing else gets changed besides the yellow dot to a red dot and some things on the HUD, but that's not really important, and some colors of the items you pick up. So if you guys want to try out a different optical color, try out Tritanopia. Very last one on the colorblind mode. That's default, as you can see, red. Tritanopia, yellow. Subtitles have that off, and all this doesn't matter right here. Now we're on the controller. Button layout, I play on default because I play with a Scuf Impact. Now while we're on the topic of Scuf Impacts, obviously I'm not sponsored by these people, but I have been using their controller since like 2013, and it's just a huge help to not take your fingers off the stick while you're shooting and doing all this crouch movement and even jump shotting back when I played Call of Duty. Very useful. If you guys are serious about being good and just upping your game and you have the funds for a Scuf, I highly recommend it 100%. For those of you that don't want to spend money to get better at the game, you can just simply use Button Puncher, which allows you to crouch spam effectively really well. Just like a Scuf controller. As you guys can hear, I'm spamming the crouch stick right now, and that's pretty much what it does. It just allows you to crouch without taking off any of your fingers off of the buttons. It's really helpful. If you guys don't have a Scuf, I highly recommend changing to that 100% as well. One more thing, switching to Button Puncher also allows you to slide with it as well. I saw some people asking me that on my last video as well. Everything you would do crouching is now on the right stick on Button Puncher, so instead of circle, everything's just on the right stick. So literally everything is the same except it's on the right stick now. So yeah, stick layout, we're on default. Interact reload button, I have it on tap to use and reload. Basically what tap to use and reload does is just allows you to press everything without holding down the square button. Without holding down the square button, it's really helpful when you drop right into this hot zone and you're just around a lot of loot and you just want to press the square button. It just spams it, picks it right up instantly. Very helpful. I definitely recommend trying that out. The only downside to this thing is that sometimes when you want to reload behind a door, you can't hold square button to open it because everything's on push. So you might end up opening the door while you're trying to hide and reload or shield swap or do whatever, repair your armor. You might actually end up opening the door by accident. This has happened to me a lot. But since then, I pretty much just shoot the last bullets of my gun if I have to reload or do something. So I don't have to press the square button, which I know sounds kind of ridiculous, but trust me, it's highly worth it just being able to spam everything off the rip when you jump. Very helpful. Crouch button, have it on toggle. Aim button, hold down. L2, R2 button, dead zones, I have it on none. This is very helpful right here. I don't know why people would play on default, moderate, high, or max. I really don't know why. But for me, it's always on none. If you guys are at default, just try out none and you'll probably feel a little more twitchy with your shots. I know I definitely did when I first switched it to that. Menu cursor speed, that's all up to you guys, but I have it right here, pretty much right below this bar on the L2, R2 button dead zones. If you guys want to try that, that's mine right there. Look sensitivity, we are on 6.5. Back before Apex, I was always a kind of higher sensitivity player, so me being on 6.5 is literally the perfect sensitivity for me. And it doesn't mess with my aim, doesn't mess with my timing on looking at people. If you guys want to copy what I do, go ahead, but I 100% feel like sensitivities are up to the player and what kind of player you are. Now we're on to the per optic settings, the one that everybody's been asking for. I play on default. Now for some reason people think that higher level people play on a weird per optic ADS sensitivity, which I'll turn on right now. And I don't mess with any of this. Everything's on 5 or off right here. I don't know if that's the default setting really, if everything's just on 5 by default, but I have it off. I don't mess with it. Everything feels perfect for me on 6.5. You guys just gotta figure out what you guys want to do. The per optic ADS sensitivity off is perfect for me and my aim, but that's just for me. Once again, if you guys want to copy what I have as my sensitivities, go right ahead. 6.5 off. Response curve, I play on classic. I know some people play on linear. I used to play on linear actually way back when the game first dropped, but ever since then I think I just realized that classic just feels a lot more steadier. It helps my shots long range. But I've been playing on classic pretty much since around season 3. I've just switched it to classic, from linear to classic, and I found that it's actually helped my aim a lot, from long range, close range, everything. I don't know why I used to play on linear. I thought I just felt like Apex felt really sluggish at first, maybe because I came straight from Call of Duty and Apex just felt really weird to me. So I switched it to linear, but now we're back on classic. Would definitely recommend staying on classic, especially if you guys don't have a properly working controller, aka a controller that has stick drift. Linear would just mess you up so bad because ever so slightly you're just going to be moving, the stick's going to be moving by itself, and you're going to have to readjust that every time you want to shoot and aim at somebody, and it's just not worth the struggle. Look dead zone, I have that on small instead of none. I know some people have it on none, but for me small is good enough because look dead zone actually does give me a little bit of stick drift. As you guys can see, it's just slowly drifting down to the left. Plus I don't feel the difference between none and small anyway, so I just have it on that. Movement dead zone, small, inverted look off, vibration off. Advanced look controls, I have that off because this is way too much right here. If I turn this on, you guys can see it goes a little crazy. If you guys want to go more in depth and tune your aim, just fine tune your aim, go right ahead. You're braver than I am, I'm not doing that. Alright, we're on to video. Brightness, I have it pretty high. I like seeing a lot of things. I don't like people ratting on me in the shadows, so I have the brightness pretty high up. Field of view, I actually found out that some people actually don't have this all the way at max. They're actually at default. Let me show you guys what that means on default. Look at that. This is disgusting. I don't know how people play on this. Just your field of view is literally just cut off. It's at 70% instead of the 110 FOV. For me, this feels so zoomed in. This is pretty much like the classic Call of Duties from like 2012, like Black Ops 2 FOV, which is fine, but now that I've realized how great 110 FOV is, it's just, I can't even go back. So So that's on 70, we're back on 110, instant difference. You could just see more of your left and right field of view. It's just amazing to me. The only bad thing is that I've noticed ever since switching to 110 FOV all the way back when Apex launched is that some people from far away look farther away, like really far away. So you can't really tell how far away they are. Trust me when I say this, the positives far outweigh the negatives. So if you're not on 110 FOV, I highly recommend it. It will be a game changer, trust me. Sprint view shake on minimal because there's no point of having your screen shake every time you're sprinting like a madman. Audio really doesn't matter at the end of the day, as long as you can hear footsteps. Master volume 100, sound effect volume. Dialogue volume, I have it on 70. Now dialogue volume is one actually that I tweaked with a long time ago and I haven't tweaked since. 70% is just fine for the characters yelling in your ear all game, so you get to hear more of the actual gunfights and gunfire and footsteps instead of your character telling you that there's a Mozambique on the ground. Music volume, I have that off. Lobby music volume, I have that off as well. And these last two don't matter. So there you go, guys. I finally updated my settings video. If you guys have enjoyed the video so far, drop a like, drop a comment. If you guys end up using my settings and getting some crazy gameplays with it, I would love to hear that. Thank you guys so much for the views on that and the likes. You guys were going crazy on that first video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as you did that one, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.